Hello YouTube, Team the Lockharts here. And now YouTube, I know you guys are going to get a kick out of this. I am playing King.Z. Now, don't be fooled by his rating. The 1030, yeah, he's a scrub. Big scrub. And he really gets, I'm going to have 2 duels up with this guy. And he really just fucking tries to get at me. I whoop his ass both duels. And all he did was talk shit. So, and he used a very shitty deck. So I open up pretty well, right? Half of this is going to be commentary. Half of this is going to be not trying to laugh. So it's his turn. He plays 1 day apiece, fucking. So I'm like, okay, probably going to play Final Countdown. Draw into Toy Guide, like boss. And then he's not doing it. Then he summons Clayku. And I'm like, okay, you're probably playing some anti-meta stuff with 1 day apiece. That's cool. So that's 2. I'm not gonna, this is what I actually thought. When I saw this, the cards he was playing. This isn't me trying to make fun of him right now. So I'll use Darkwood Dealings. Draw into Monster Reborn. Ditch Grapha. So I wanted to show you skill drain so I can go into Toy Guide shit. And I will destroy. There's one thing I do in here that's kind of scrubby. But, you know. So I destroy that card that my cursor is over after he discards. Okay, so this is the first scrubby thing he does. I say Grapha, and I want to pop that back row. This isn't like a rulings thing. This is just him talking shit as the duel goes on. So I say Grapha, and I'm like, pop. He's like, how? What's funny is the whole time he's saying I'm playing that meta shit, and yeah, he didn't know what Grapha did. So I thought that was funny. He got discarded, and lo and behold, there's skill drain. And I was like, awesome. Why would you play Clayku in a skill drain deck? Is the next question, but whatever. Summon Toy Guide. I think that he kept bringing up the fact I was playing meta shit and the fact I was playing Toy Guides. In the second duel, I faced his weakest Toy Guide deck. But the best part, it's the same deck. And I lol-skied when I saw that. So I go into Brow. I'm going to set the board so I can use Drag Down so I can see exactly what he's playing. And this is when I get a rude awakening. And I'm like, okay. Well, this is... First, I'm going to put Brow in my hand just because I could. Summon Grapha. Now, I'm not going to be able to, attack him. I mean, make him lose life point system for 1 day apiece. But I'm going to set up my field nicely for when 1 day apiece is gone. I'm going to pop and lock it. So I use Drag Down, see his hand. Well, he sees mine. He obviously is going to pick Brow. So I drop it to the graveyard. And that's when I see this. Sacred Phoenix of Nephis, an Earthbound Whale, and Mausoleum of the Emperor. When I see Mausoleum of the Emperor, I know I'm playing a scrub. I'm sorry. Sorry if you play it, but you know what? I know DuelingNetwork's like a place for fun. And if you want to use decks like this on DuelingNetwork, you know that's fine. You could. I'm not gonna talk shit to you if you do straight up. And then I saw that he said, "Man, hurry this lame deck up." And I was misspelling this whole time. And I was like, coming from someone playing complete scrubbiness, which he was. I draw into Mind Crush. This is the one scrubby, and he's calling me a meta troll. This is the one scrubby thing he did. And I thought he used it so I can lose life points. And he did it just to negate my attack, which is pro. Why would you set Magic Cylinder if you're gonna use 1 day apiece? So now he's gonna keep saying that I play meta. And I'm like, and I don't give a fuck. This is the one thing he had over me, and that I couldn't take any damage. I'll give him this. but I'm not going to give him anything else. So, I said, I believe I said Mind Crush here. And he's calling me a retard. It's fine. And then when he's... I tried to speed it up for him as fast as I can, but like, he stalls, like, the whole fucking duel. And I didn't draw into a Grapha, so that kind of pissed me off too. So I use my Surborn. At this point, I want to do two things. One, go into the most meta cards that I could, i.e. Zenmains. And two, I decided, like, after I see the card he's probably gonna play like next turn, to go extremely, like, I just want to take my sweet time with this motherfucker. It's that face down right there. Drawing the bottomless. And I have double bottomless. I have Mind Crush. And I have Star Road, so he's going to take damage for that. Takes 900. And I have my turn. I'm just going to take my sweet time. I'm in no rush to beat this guy. This guy's got nothing on me. So he sets one more card, being a stall. And he's doing it so he can do like tribute summons and shit, which is fine. So I just, I attack the face down. Because there's no need to start attacking with Zenmains yet. Beast King Barbaros, that's cool. I don't really give a fuck about that. So he ends his turn without summoning. This is where I'm like, okay, let's start doing some Zenmains action. I'm going to Reckless Greed here, just to see if I can draw into discard outlets. Draw Reckless Greed and a Darkwood Dunes. Now use Darkwood Dunes. And drop Snow. I'm just gonna go into mass like shit right here, with like not with like crazy combos. But like just like a bunch. I'm gonna get a bunch of fucking cards. I pick Gates because I can't securely Mind Crush the Grapha if I pick it. Use the Gates. Drop the Grapha. Trying to drag down. At this point I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck if he asks about the effects. I really don't. Activate a Low Darkness. Draw into two cards. Beige and Reckless. This game, guys, I love Beige. Just because he was not because he's a good card, but like just because I love Beige. He's actually the reason I win kind of quick. And he was like so much for fast, and at this point I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Then he plays Marshmallow, and I'm like, okay, this guy's an asshole. And he's like, move on. And I'm like, cute card. Because it's a very cute card. It's Marshmallow. He took it as an insult, but whatever. And he was like your mom's sexy. And like, this point, I'm like, you calling me sexy? You're gay. And that's my bad. I rushed to recharge my battery when I saw that. I was like, I have to continue doing this duel. Then he used Mausoleum of the Emperor. And at this point I'm like, yeah, I probably should have set Solemn. Just to be a big troll, but whatevs. Gonna let him go for it. And then he does like the scrubbiest shit. He has an Earthbound in his hand, mind you, so I'm pretty sure he can just use, like, summon it with Mausoleum. At least I think he still does. I don't know if it got discarded. He sets Phoenix. Obviously going to be Phoenix. So I don't draw for Reckless. That's one of the two. So I have 5 left. Keep that in mind. I go into double Reckless, so that's going to be 3 turns I could not draw. Now I say 5 later, just because I forgot I activated them at the same time. But like I said, don't really give a fuck. So I use gates. I do misplay here. I don't give a fuck about my misplays this game. I don't, because I knew I was going to win no matter what. I probably should have destroyed Mausoleum, but I just wanted to do Marshmallow just cause I thought it would piss him off. Still doesn't know what Grapha does, apparently. He says I'm gonna deck out, and he called me a moron for thinking he's gonna deck out. Complete fucking idiot. Oh my god! And he said keep telling him to pop Marshmallow. If the sad part, he actually thinks I'm gonna deck out, which is fucking sad. If you think a Dark World deck is ever gonna deck out on you, you either A, play on a shitty Dark World player, or B, you play with scrubs, normally who deck out with Darkhold. It's gotta be one of the two. So I use Darkhold just to be a complete fucking asshole. And because I have game this turn, so I want to destroy his back row. I mean his monster, Phoenix. So now this is where the victory happens. Beige to my hand. Summon Grapha. Dark World Dealings. Draw. Beige. Beige. You see how epic Beige is? He looks so cool. Summon Grapha. Now this is game over. Time to discard for dealing just for coverage. Drop skill drain. Okay. I knew I wasn't seeing goalies. And then he's like, no, really? What's funny is like the next game he doesn't discard for dealings. He said, tell me to shut the hell up because I'm a troll. And I was like, you are a scrub, so I wasn't sure if you knew. Now take 1500. And this is where it gets more shenanigans. He says, your mom's a scrub. No one ever says scrub no more, fool. Only a scrub would say this, and he's calling me a meta troll. And he's saying it's kind of gay, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. You want it? And he says, I know that's the problem now. Saying me not giving a fuck is the problem. And I'm telling him, if you want to play like shit, go on unrated. Which is fine. Which is like my thing. It's like, if you don't want to play meta, or if you just want to have fun, just go on unrated. No harm, no foul. And I'm like, or go cry. And he's telling me my deck is shit. Either. And it's laughing, and I'm like, coming from someone playing either. Coming from someone playing Earthbounds. Don't you get tired of playing the same deck as every other kid on here? I see people playing trash Dark World, so no, that's not true. And I have a couple of decks, as you have seen. I have the decks that I currently have in my system are the Beast Control, a different version of the Beast Control that's the test version of it. I have the Lucky Number 11 deck. I have Sophia. I have One Day of Peace. No, I have in Final Countdown, not One Day of Peace. And he's like, and he says some random analogy about sleeping over with the same girl. And then I give him 5 seconds before I call an admin. And what happens? He leaves immediately.